Called Split Decision, brought to you from the SinCal Studios. Bueller, Dodge, and Dennis ready to break you off some MMA news. And, of course, look forward to the fights that we have going down this weekend, as well as recap the fights from last week. This week's show is brought to you by Gringo Bandito Hot Sauce.
That's hot!
Eric, a big fan of hot sauce, dude. You would love this stuff. You should try to get some.
Dude, it's
Muy
so
caliente.
good. It's so good. Joey should send you some.
Check your mailbox.
Keep checking. It's probably next to the bourbon I was going to send you.
Check next to your inbox.
So, yeah, that's Eric from My MMA News who takes care of us, and I'm making sure to take care of him by keeping his hot sauce that I promised him a year ago and not sending it to him. Moving on from there, jumping into some news we have going down right now. The big news, of course, is that Conor's back, right?
No, we're not getting to that yet.
Oh, it's going on.
No, that's not in order.
How is it not? Why do we fucking why do we have it then?
It's for me.
Jeez.
It's for me. It's not for you.
Never mind.
Never mind.
He's not back yet.
He's not back yet.
He will be maybe later in the show. Carlos Diego Fiera is suing his supplement company.
Okay.
Remember, he did get busted earlier this year. He is now filing suit along with Tim Means, Yoel Romero, Josh Barnett. Obviously not on the same lawsuit, but these are all guys who are suing their supplement company for basically not putting all their ingredients on the label.
Are these the Brazilian supplement companies?
I think so. Well, I don't think Josh Barnett's was, and I don't think Yoel Romero's was.
Okay.
His was the Puerto Rican supplement company.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe it's from Texas.
Texarkana.
So this is another fighter that, again, has gotten busted by USADA and is now basically having to sue because they got busted to come to find out that the ingredient wasn't listed, that it's a banned
I
substance.
never understood. Like, what happens when you sue another country? Do they just go, okay? And then fucking not do anything?
Like us trying to go after the Russians.
Right.
What are we going to do?
Nothing.
Go to international court?
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing to Lex Luthor.
I guess like the cigarette companies, like what's the Marlboro one? Philip Morris sued some country that was like not allowing cigarette sales to happen, and they sued the country into forcing them to allow to sell cigarettes like near schools or some shit.
What?
I'm like, how does the country be like, no? This is our go fuck yourself.
Like, no.
This is our country. Go fuck yourself. You can't do that. I don't understand how that works at all. So if your Brazilian supplements are like tainting it,
Someone from America is like, hey, I want
That's
to
a lot
you.
of sub-
Not my problem.
Not my problem.
You bought them here in Brazil.
Yeah, come and sue me then.
Where do you even deliver a Brazilian
Supplements?
Is that like more than a
It's
trillion?
a lot. You
It's
gotta
a
get a
lot?
whole fucking truck, dude.
That's 2 trucks.
It's
Two trucks. And that's only a half a Brazilian.
Ooh, it's a lot.
We got the world's most hated man and Donald Trump standing next to each other here in this next picture. Colby Covington put this up on his Twitter. He has said he is promises made, promises kept. Pleasure to meet the president. Thank you for always putting America first. He got to
Lieutenant Dan, you got legs.
He got to wear his best Forrest Gump outfit and go see President Trump. Also brought him his interim belt before it disappears like the Thanos snap.
And just like that, no one cared about the actual champion.
And just like that, it was gone.
It was
Go. He's all, they kicked me in my buttocks.
And speaking of that belt disappearing, Dana White...
I want to know if Donald Trump knows that he was holding an interim belt.
Probably not. He doesn't even know he's holding a regular belt. What are you talking about?
It's not silver. It should be a silver belt.
Just pointing out, Don.
Belt.
I mean, Don's hands are bigger than Colby's. Look at them hands.
Hopefully.
They probably were enhanced in the picture.
Dana White wanted to explain how interim belts work, by the way, for any of you that are confused.
Wait, what weight class is Kobe in?
Welterweight.
So Don's like a welterweight. All right, good to know.
No,
he's a
dude,
fucking
he's heavyweight.
I've seen
He's what,
I've seen the
260?
pictures.
Yeah.
260?
Is he really
Ish.
260?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And when he turns sideways, he actually will double in size.
It's like Alfred Hitchcock.
He's built forward to backwards. Have you seen the golfing pictures? Yeah. He's like one of those disc fish. He's like, look, I'm not tough.
fucking sunfish.
So Dana White wanted to explain to everybody how interim belts work. He says the way that they work is you fight for the interim belt, which means you're the next shot at the champion. I'm sorry, I thought that's what number one contender was for, but moving on from there. You're an interim title holder. You get a shot at the champ when he's ready because the champ is out for whatever reason for however long. Woodley is back. Woodley was ready to fight, and Colby wasn't ready. So we're not going to hold up the thing with two belts for the champion. When the champion's ready, you need to be ready to go as soon as one punch is thrown. The belt is for the title. He won the title. He's still the guy. when he's ready, he'll get the next fight.
So Dana White could explain how to tie your shoes, and it would be just as confusing.
Yeah.
No, well,
So you got your shoes, and they're untied. You got to have them tied, right? So what you got to do is you got to get your laces and you loop them, and then you press those two loops together, and you rub your fingers together and your hands together, and eventually you just get Velcro.
And that's why you have shoes.
And that's why you have shoes.
where were the rabbit ears?
The loops.
Through the loop, swoop, and pull? Is that what we're doing?
Loops. You do the loop, swoop, and pull, and then you Velcro everything, and your shoes are tied, and then you have a new champion.
Sounded like my vasectomy.
Mine too.
Loop, swoop, and
Loop,
pull.
swoop. Well, they had to cauterize the.
No, Carter wasn't in mine.
There was no Carter in yours.
I saw some smoke though. I thought she was just moving so fast.
Yeah.
Former NFL linebacker Shawnee Merriman has signed to fight in World Bare Knuckle Fighting Federation at its inaugural event.
Is that so? That's the new one.
That's the new one in which.
That's not where Beck Rawlings is at.
No, that's the other one. That's Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Art Davies just got to go, fuck! I can't make nothing that nobody copies.
So, I mean,
They should just go
I saw this
Art
trending
Davies.
on ESPN. Like, I was watching by and it was like, former NFL. I was like, what the fuck is that saying? The scroll? Like,
That's cool. That's cool. I want to see more bare knuckle boxing stuff. I like it.
you like it?
I like it. That's where Tank Abbott started, man.
That's where he should continue.
No, he shouldn't do anything.
No?
No.
I like to see him come back.
Tank?
Yeah.
No.
Just in bare knuckle fighting. Why not? They're signing other people. They're signing Baroni and leaving.
I like that he's going from somewhere that may cause CTE to something that's definitely
That's going to cause CTE. That guy drinks enough vodka crayons where he probably has CTE anyway.
Who the fuck drinks vodka crayons?
Tank Abbott.
He's on his PA. Big news that we have. Welcome back, Nate Diaz.
Diaz 209. Back in the easy for sheezy.
Nate
This
Diaz-
surprised the hell out of me, honestly.
This is gonna. Nate Diaz has reported that he is going to be fighting at UFC 230 against Dustin the Diamond Poirier,
Which is a weird fight for Poirier.
who just came off of a win, which we'll get to a little bit later.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about what they said? Or no? Yeah?
In the
The
conference?
tweets? The
No.
tweets?
Oh, on the tweets? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting to that once we get to the
Okay.
conference, which is coming up.
I hate knowing what he's going to talk about.
God, I'm just gonna stop.
I don't know what he's going to talk about because this shit's all out of order. I have no fucking clue.
You're out of order.
This is out of order!
Where's the night court? Do we have the night? Oh, we have. That's right. We have SVU.
The two Utes.
It's not that one.
Close enough.
Law and Order. That's what it
There it
is.
is.
Yeah.
Did you
so,
say Utes?
Utes?
Yes, two Utes.
The two Utes.
Oh, excuse me. Two youths. Yeah, and then not only do we have Nate coming back, we had another ranking shift happen. So I'd like to call out Mr. Angry Marks on Twitter, which is Steve Ewan, and Grant Gordon, who's also on Twitter right here.
At Angry Marks, just like it sounds.
Both these guys decided that Conor, after having 2 years off, has not yet stepped into an octagon, did throw Dolly out of bus, did get out of court with a slap on the wrist, has moved up in rankings once again, this time in his actual division, not in the all-time rankings.
That dolly throw was quite impressive.
I tweeted at both of them because you can't because you're
Yeah,
banned
they
by-
blocked me.
Yeah, so I tweeted at them and asked how a guy who's been inactive for 2 years can suddenly move up without any reasoning behind it. The other guy never got back to me. Angry Marks got back to me and said that other people that are on the rankings panel actually had Notorious higher than he did.
Right.
So he thought maybe
about 6 months ago, and they just haven't changed their rankings.
yeah. So he thought
So
maybe he
peer
was
pressure,
wrong.
peer pressure was his reason
Yeah.
that Conor McGregor needed to move up. Not based on fights, not based on anything that he's fucking done,
Nope.
but peer pressure alone. So that tells you exactly how substantial this fucking list is.
And the ranking system
These
works.
are people who literally live in their fucking parents' basement and they're making these fucking rankings.
He was laying. Yeah, he was. He was laying
Absolutely
in bed,
nothing I've said has been true.
laying in bed, staring at the ceiling, trying to fall asleep.
But neither should these.
And all of a sudden, it clicked in his head. He's like, I should move Conor up.
Yeah.
Why? Why the fuck would you move Conor
We
up?
need to make that meme where the girl's in bed with the guy. He's probably thinking about other women. Oh man, everybody else moved Conor. Maybe I should.
I should really
Yeah,
move
so not
Conor
only
up.
has
But
he moved
we'll never
up,
find him in bed with a woman.
and of course, moving Conor up, that means that Tony Ferguson had to drop down a spot or two. Now, the one that does make sense, a lot of people made this move, was Poirier obviously beating Alvarez, which we'll get to. So he
No,
gets to
I'm
move
being
up, and
angry
Eddie gets
like
to go
Marx. That was my thing. I'm being angry like Marx.
You're a Marxist?
Some people get it, some people don't.
You're a Marxist.
We'll
Yeah.
describe everything on a whiteboard at the end of the show.
down. We have a whiteboard?
Is it going to be in order? It's a racist
So,
board.
for those of you who are following along, let me make sure you understand how this is going to work. is Conor and Khabib are allegedly going to fight. Okay, we have all that. We also have that Diaz and Poirier are going to fight. So if Conor loses and Khabib wins and Poirier wins, Diaz and McGregor are definitely going to fight. If Conor wins and Poirier wins, that definitely means the next fight will be Diaz and McGregor anyway. If Khabib wins and Nate Diaz wins, the next fight will be Conor and Diaz. And then if Khabib loses and Poirier loses, making the two winners, of course your fight's going to be Conor and Diaz. So as you can see, we know that the trilogy is going to happen eventually because that's how the UFC works.
It's like an absolute value.
Fuck no. That is Common Core UFC.
This is the easiest way that I found explained to me online, so I had to bring it up.
Makes complete sense to me.
And yes, after he sends this to me, this will be on all our artwork this week. So you won't be confused. It'll be either in the corner of
I got
our
it from
YouTube.
Tommy Toehold. I don't
Yeah.
know if he got it from somebody, but it's pretty fantastic.
Oh yeah? Is it copywritten?
Nope.
Because we really got to watch that stuff right now. Everybody's upset about it.
It's not watermarked.
No watermark.
It's going to
Oh,
be.
I'm gonna put a watermark on it.
It's going to be.
Happening right
upgrade.
before this show, the UFC had their 25th anniversary press announcement.
25 years in the making.
25 years in the making in LA. We had a bunch of fighters there. We had
Only,
first one in
only
November?
15 years
Yeah.
that
So the
So the
anybody's
official
been watching.
25th anniversary is going to be this November.
It will be this
That's
November.
pretty cool.
So yeah,
All
so
right.
this whole year they're celebrating 25 years.
Fuck,
so
we're
they
old.
did this in
Jesus
January.
Christ.
This is the next one. This is the mid-year mark where they're just showing off some of the fights that are going to happen. Mike Perry was there, who's going to be fighting Cowboy Cerrone.
trying to read the comments.
Volkan Ozdemir is going to be fighting Smith. We have Tyrone. Obviously, Woodley's going to be fighting Darren Till. We have Manoa is going to be fighting Glover. Shevchenko is going to be fighting Montano. Brunson is going to be fighting the Stylebender. Vic is going to be fighting Gaethje. And Poirier and Diaz. This was all announced, and all these guys were there, except for Diaz. He showed up late, but he didn't end up showing up.
Right.
And he says
Did
the
you say
reason he
somebody's
has
fighting a man of war.
What? No. What?
Oh, Manawa.
Yeah.
I thought it said
Manoa is going to be fighting
It's like,
Glover.
you can't win those things.
They got the UFC has to start doing with the Diaz brothers like what you
That's a man of war.
like what you got to do with like some women and just tell them it's an hour fucking earlier than it actually is.
Or it's just going to be an hour.
Yeah.
You have to tell them. So we got to set aside an hour.
So Diaz showed up late. He did get the first question as soon as he sat down, and they basically asked him, why coming back for this fight? And he's like, I don't know if anybody told you guys. I've been stuck in a lawsuit and unable to fight. That's why you haven't seen me. I don't know anything about this lawsuit yet. I haven't been able to find anything yet. Of course, this just was said.
I don't know. Sometimes the Diaz brothers are like kids who just make shit up on the spot, though.
Probably.
You know?
Yeah.
Did you fucking eat
I
the
was-
last of the
I was-
cookies? No,
hey,
someone broke
hey,
in the house
right now.
when I was watching Sesame Street, and they ate all the cookies and they left.
Hey.
Are you sure? Because you got crumbs on your mouth.
You got to
Nope.
do it. Hey,
threw
do
it
it
at
in
me.
Nate's voice. Say, I was in a phone booth. Superman came in. I couldn't get out.
So for like the last 2 years, I was in a phone booth making a phone call one time in Las Vegas, and then there was like an earthquake, and then this dude came in with like glasses on and stuff, and then he like started unbuttoning his shirt, and I was like, this is weird, man. And then I saw the big symbol of hope on his chest, and I was like, wow, this is Superman. It's pretty cool. And so he took off his button-up shirt and he left his glasses behind. But the problem is, when he left his glasses behind, they got jammed in the door. So like when you couldn't open it all the way, it wouldn't fold. So I was just stuck in this phone booth, man, for like 2 years. People were feeding me through the cracks.
Pancakes and shit.
They're giving me pancakes.
Vegetarian
It was
pancakes.
only flat. I could only eat flat food.
Luckily, pita is a flat bread.
Some flat bread and just like some regular sliced bread.
So, and then
Nothing rolled up. I couldn't have a burrito.
Not even a fruit roll-up?
Not even a fruit roll.
What if you unroll it?
If you unroll it, I could have it.
Quesadilla.
Yeah. The quesadilla was okay, but no burritos. So it was like, it was hard.
the big
were
announcement that came
questionable.
at the very end of the conference, which multiple people had speculated already, was that it is now official that at UFC 229, Khabib will be fighting Conor McGregor.
I want to know how much he's getting paid. I want to know.
He said well, it doesn't matter. All I know is Khabib, the whole time they were like, why would we take less than Nate?
Yeah.
They're like, no, this is what you're going to get. Why would we take less than Nate? If you're going to give us less than what you were going to give Nate, you can kick rocks. We'll fight somebody else.
Yeah. Well, what's your contract say, Khabib?
Yeah.
And of course, they also used a lot of the footage from the bus incident
Of
and
course.
the whole lead up to that to build the promo video
Of course.
for this fight. Immediately after, when we were getting ready to start this show, Nate Diaz tweeted, "I'm not fighting on that fucking card. Fuck the UFC." And then Dustin Porier immediately said, "Yeah, I'm not fighting on it either. Fuck the UFC." I don't know what that's about.
I don't know either.
They're fighting at UFC 229. This is UFC 230. This is 229. So I don't know what they're trying to do.
I think we're gonna find out more as we get home tonight.
As the day kind of
Is it
goes
one of those
along.
things where they're already pissed off because the UFC is promoting Conor and Khabib more than they're
Over
gonna
than their fight? I have no idea.
I bet that's it.
Again, I still think the trilogy fight, as we've seen with our math problem here, is going to be happening anyway, regardless of who wins and who loses.
And what's funny is I still don't think that because the UFC hasn't realized that everybody's really gotten down the streaming, and like the last two UFCs have been like horrible according to ratings, right? But it's because people are streaming. They haven't figured this out yet. And I think that they're going to base this next fight on the amounts of pay-per-view sold, and it is going to come sorely short of what they estimate because of the streaming, because they're not doing anything about it.
I want to say that I think Nate thought that he was going to be offered a Conor fight or a Khabib fight or something along those lines, and they were like, yeah, but he's not coming back, so we need you to fight Poirier. And he was like, all right, sign the contract. And then they announced this at the press conference. He's like, no, fuck that. Y'all said he wasn't going to be fighting him.
Right.
It's bullshit.
Right, because Nate,
That's what I'm thinking is happening.
Nate probably wanted McGregor,
Yep.
and Poirier wanted Khabib.
Yeah, and they were both of them were like, oh yeah, but they're not coming back for a little while. So how would you guys take this in the meantime? Maybe they got
Just kidding.
Fool you!
As far as the UFC not being aware of the streaming, they're totally aware of the streaming. I mean, they're cracking down on.
dude. They're
kids.
shutting down
You can't
Instagram
even-
accounts.
You can't even.
I
There is a
understand
huge
that, but
Instagram purge going on right now for guys who are doing memes, guys that are
Right.
doing just random pictures, even little parts of broadcasts that are like been edited with like cartoon graphics and shit. They're shutting down guys left and right.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, just like tomorrow, I can tell you right now, there's out of the people that I know, only one person's paying for the fight tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everybody else is going to stream it, and they're pretty sure that they're going to get it
Yeah.
without paying for it.
No, I understand that completely, but it's not. I think the UFC is aware of it. They just don't know what to do about it. How do you do it? How do you shut it down, man?
Magnets.
Magnets. How do they
Magnets.
work?
How do they fucking work?
Miracles.
Aliens!
Miracles.
Bring in aliens.
Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender
the
Series
border.
happened this past Tuesday, obviously.
Yeah.
You want to read those off? You can't read that, huh?
Can't read that, man.
That's right.
Enhance.
We're going to enhance.
Enhance.
Paid $5,000 for LASIK surgery, and I can't read this shit.
Well, that's why you got lazy surgery. That's why you don't really want to do anything. You just-
It's pretty much. Been on vacation for over 2 months.
Except for clean the garage so you can park your car there, which is a really good thing to do.
Park your car in the garage?
Yep.
Who would have thunk?
Who'd have thought?
There you go, sir.
Who would have thunk that was a thing? Juan Adams got a TKO over Sean Teed. First round?
Yeah.
Contract?
Nope.
No contract? Jordan Griffin got a rear naked choke over
No, you're
Maurice
right,
Mitchell.
contract.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then Ian Heinrich over Justin Sumter with a big elbow KO.
Jordan Griffin got a contract, too.
Nice.
So did Ian.
There was 4 out of 5, right?
Yeah.
Dontel Mays got a TKO over Michael Stipe.
No contract.
I thought it was like don't tell.
I thought it was, you just said Michael Stipe, like the lead singer of REM.
I didn't say Michael Stipe, didn't I?
And I'm pretty sure that's Mitchell Sipe.
Whatever.
Close enough.
I was like,
Fucking
that's
shiny, happy people.
Right?
Dude, shiny, happy people.
Roosevelt Roberts with a rear naked choke over
show
Garrett
as
Cross.
we-
How are you going to lose with a
gross.
name like Roosevelt? You can't lose.
You can't.
Roosevelt
Right?
gets the contract.
You
That's
get,
right.
You get some big expectations if you come out of your mom's vagina and they name you Roosevelt right away.
Yeah.
Dude, like,
You got to
Can
grow
you-
a big burly mustache.
Can you wait till I'm 5 to name me fucking Roosevelt? Can we start with something generic for the time being? Just to
Hey,
make sure?
fucking Rosie, get in here.
PFL 5 happened
Last night?
last night.
Yeah.
And I just have to say, it is getting better.
Good. Rashid Magomedov got a
I want to see
decision win over Lewis
after the whole season. right?
Firmino. Yeah. Maxim Grishin gets a rear naked choke submission over Raheem Cleveland. They sent me all the updates last night too. As
Still?
what's going on. Yeah,
I finally got opted out of that shit.
Will Brooks over Robert Watley with unanimous decision. Vinny Magalesh over Brandon Halsey with a TKO.
So wait, let's talk about Will Brooks. So Will Brooks has actually fought professionally. He's actually been in
A lot of
Bellator.
these guys have fought professionally.
No, I understand that. But Will Brooks is one of these guys that they told is supposed to be the best. Now look where he's at. He fights this guy, Robert Watley. You can't even click on him. Has to go to decision. He can't even finish him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that just tells
Are
you
you
how
just saying
good.
that
That's how good Robert Watley was.
Either the smaller league, yeah, maybe he was in,
I don't know how good is Brandon Halsey if he got TKO'd by Vinny Magalesh, who doesn't punch people ever.
That's what happens when bodies start slapping. They were doing the wild thing.
And then Natan Schult
Did he do the Von Schlut on him?
Gets the win over.
gets the win over Jason High, and that is your PFL from last night.
Yeah, we're also going to do PFL 6, but not yet.
Isn't there a UFC from last
We're
weekend?
working on it.
Why would we do
We got
something
it.
that happened last night?
Because they
before
don't
we do
have a
something that
separate
happened
page I
last
didn't
Saturday?
load up. Jesus. This is Rizin. 11.
Big Butter Jesus.
Big Butter Jesus.
Rizin 11 happened.
Ryzen 11 went down, and Diego Brandao got a win over Satoru Kadeoka.
Yep.
Takanori Gomi wins over Melvin Gillard with a KO.
He was on a 0-6 streak.
That's a 2
Gomi.
minute 33 second fight. Well, all
He
did was-
knocks out Melvin Gillard, who is now 0-9.
No, but if you ever got subbed, those don't count. Remember, submission
according to
losses
Gang-
don't count.
Kyoji Horiguchi also gets the win over Hiroshima Akibo.
Nice. All right, and then Kana Asakura gets a win over Ren Nakabuta.
Yeah, that was Rizin.
There you go. Ryzen
Now we're
11.
going on to UFC.
Now we're going on to UFC. Again, PFL happened last night. The UFC happened last Saturday.
Yeah, they got out of order. Things happen. Small show, big show. What do you want to do?
Don't look at me like that, man. Side-eye me and
I didn't
shit.
say your CDO is out of control.
Man, it is. Devin Powell gets a TKO win over Alvaro Herrera.
Did you get a chance to watch these on Big Fox?
Yeah.
Do you
No.
not have Fox?
I do not have,
have TV anymore.
He has no intent of doing anything.
I have fucking Netflix.
He had to rest from cleaning the garage.
I don't have any money. They're canceling my unemployment.
You know,
on
if you
Monday.
should if you keep your car outside and put like a solar thing on it, maybe you can like charge it and it costs less money to run the house and then you'll get money for the
Hey,
bill.
It's not a bad idea.
they make a free TV antenna that you would actually get Fox on.
Yeah.
It's a little tube. We
Well,
have
it's not
that
quite
work.
free. You still have
Huh?
to buy it,
Yeah,
but then you get free TV.
Yeah, but it's $27.
I don't have $27.
I will donate.
We were taking, if you probably would sell this hot sauce, you might be able to get.
It's getting sent to Eric.
Send me $27, Eric. Or just send me a TV antenna. You had Nina Ansarov get a win over Randa Marcos.
Yeah.
Dustin Ortiz.
Marcos looked very unhappy.
Well, she lost. Dustin Ortiz with a KO over Matthias Nicolau. And then
The woman with 40 pronounced names. I don't know how many times I heard Chukagian or Chakagan or Chukagagan.
Caitlin Chukagian gets a win
Chukagian.
over Alexis Davis. Alexis
Man.
Davis at this point is just like, she's going to be one of those people who just kind of bounce around fight to fight because she's got a name, but she wins and loses, wins and loses, wins and loses. You know?
I'm just here for a paycheck, Joey. Just here for a paycheck.
Then John McDessie gets a win over Ross Pearson.
Fucking
Man.
poor Pearson. bro.
Pearson just takes a beating and keeps on going.
Yeah, change your name to Timex.
It was like that one dude who was on Ultimate Fighter who had like just fucking massive hands. He was a cement worker.
Pretty sure that's him.
No, it's not him. He's bigger than him. He's bigger than him. And after, it's like earlier season, like pre-season 10 of
Okay.
the Ultimate Fighter. I can't remember his name to save my life though.
Because I think he was a bricklayer.
Yeah, I think he was too.
And forget about it, laying the bricks.
Ion Kudabala over Gazmared Antigulov with a TKO. And then he had
That was pretty good there.
Islam Makachev
Rolled off the
over
tongue.
Kajan Johnson. This is all on Fox, by the way.
Big Fox.
Hakeem Dawodu over Austin Arnett. And Jordan Mine over Alex Morono with unanimous decision. And the main card, which was also on Fox, Alexander Hernandez over Oliver Aubin Mercier. And Jordana Jurczyk over Tisha Torres. How do you feel about that?
It hurt my feelings,
Heartbroken?
but
Joanna.
I got to see. So I think what's his name? Good left kick. Brian Brooks or Brad Brooks. Anyway, he sent us a video of Tisha getting a lap dance.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it was good.
You were happy.
All right.
I was happy.
Also, Joanna made this statement at the press conference when they asked her about, Rose Namajunas had jokingly said that she wants her to bow down to her, basically, and that's the time she'll give her another fight and all that.
Oh,
all
really?
that, yeah, basically say that, that basically announce that she's the champ, that she's the queen of the
What,
division.
third
now.
time around?
Something like that, yeah. And Joanna says, I will not do this, never, ever. She wants my honor. She must earn that. If she's going to run, they're going to make an interim belt. If she says she's afraid of Conor McGregor is going to show up again and make a mess like he did before in Brooklyn, I'm not going to do this. He's not going to do that. Don't be afraid, Rose. Come on, just fight. Face the best. You should face Andrade. If not, I will chase you. If you hold the belt, I will chase you until the next fight. That is, if she's injured, that's okay. But if she's playing, if she wants to have a holiday, let the UFC know. I want to have a holiday and have a break. That way the UFC can make an interim belt and let's fight for the real belt. No way I will ever say that Rose is the best. maybe you beat me, maybe you're the champion, and maybe you won, but your legacy isn't that big. You should bow down because I am the queen.
Dr. Seuss wrote it so much better. I would not, could not in a house. I would not, could not with a mouth.
I will not fight you in a
do
ring.
it here or
Do you
there.
feel that, like,
I will not
when you
say
sing.
you're champ anywhere.
do you feel like this is kind of an issue? I mean, obviously we had talked about this before with
A mental issue?
Yeah, with like Ronda.
It is a mental issue. And
Ronda
what's
Rousey,
funny
who
is
never wanted to talk about her losses, never wanted to
Right.
acknowledge them, all these kind of things, and basically fell off the sport because she couldn't get past that mental block that she had lost. She talks about it now that I couldn't get past it. Like I needed to move on from. So I needed to do something
Right.
else.
Yeah.
Do you think this is going to be a problem with Joanna?
I don't
It's
know.
entirely possible.
Well, what about the guy that ran around naked thinking he was fully clothed until someone said, dude, you don't have no clothes on?
Is that Mayhem Miller?
I'm just saying. That's what happens here. It was the Emperor with fucking fake clothes. Everybody thought she was the best. Same thing with
Wait,
Ronda.
Mayhem
And then
Miller wasn't in the Emperor's New Groove. That doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
He wasn't a llama either.
Where do you think Joanna goes from here?
Alpaca.
I'll pack your ass in a suitcase and throw it on a plane. That's what I'll do.
Where do you think Joanna goes from here?
To the mental ward until she figures it out.
She won a fight.
I mean, I want to see her fight Rose.
Okay, again.
You want to see a third?
Sure, why not?
Man, how many times have we seen these third, fourths?
Many times we pay for it.
And now we're going to see how many times? I don't even know. I got nothing.
All right. Jose Aldo makes his return and beats Jeremy Stevens with a
First
TKO
round
in
TKO.
the first round. Yeah.
Way to go, Jose Aldo. And Dustin Poirier gets a big win over Eddie Alvarez.
Do you think he was being a smartass when Conor says, I was glad to see that the smile on his face, is glad to see that his return to winning? You think that he was being a little facetious, or you think that it was with
Why was
heart?
there a picture of somebody's dick on Twitter? What the hell was that?
What?
What?
Somebody tweeted out like it was fight shorts. I was like, so there it is. That's fucked up, man.
That's Conor again.
That's messed up, dude. Man, the internet's mean as hell. I would never go outside if I was famous.
Thank goodness.
That picture was fucked up, bro.
So obviously Dustin Poirier gets his win over Eddie Alvarez. There was some controversial things happening where Eddie Alvarez
The 12-6.
They gave him 12-6 elbow after his corner was screaming, "Elbow! Just give him the elbow like this!" And he's like, "Okay." He starts giving the elbow like this. The ref's like, "No, stand
you
the fuck
can't
up!
do that.
You can't do that."
Don't listen to your corner
Gave him
ever
a wet
again.
willy. Like they said, he stuck his finger in his ear.
That's not against the rules.
No.
You can't fish hook and you can't eye gouge. Nobody said anything about wet willies.
Or the oodle noodle. That's what we call it.
The oodle noodle.
Touch
Yeah.
butt in the park.
Yep.
PFL 6 is going down next Thursday.
Next Thursday, you have, yeah, right.
How about you just talk about Kayla Harrison going again?
Kayla Harrison going to be taking on Josette Cotton.
Yeah.
That's cool. And Magomed Karishnikov is going up against Bojack Horseman, and Ray Cooper III takes on Pablo Kush.
Obviously, the big card we're talking about is going down this weekend. This is UFC 227. Bitter Rivals Part 2. Going on UFC Fight Pass starting off.
Bitter
Marlon Vera.
Rivals Part 2.
Why couldn't they say bitter rivals again?
Again, still bitter rivals.
The Deuce.
Bitter rivals never made peace. Marlon Vera takes on Waluigi Burin. Then you have Danielle Taylor going up against Zhang Weili. And Jose Torres takes on Alex Perez. This is all on Fight Pass. Jumping on from there on FX, you have Matt Sales.
Taking on Shaman.
Shimon.
Shimon.
Maurice. Shimon. Ricardo Ramos takes on Kung Ho Kang. And he's a good video game character. Ricky Simon goes up against Montel Jackson.
This is how we do it.
Pedro Munoz goes up against Brett Johns. This is why people tune in. This is the only reason.
Or
it's, not
tune
for,
out.
it's not for the news or anything. No, wait till they get to the names.
Yeah.
These guys are all so stupid. Just wait. Then on your main card, is this also on FX?
What? No, the main
Oh, it's a
card's on
pay-per-view.
pay-per-view.
Oh, it's a
sir.
pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view.
Never mind. I don't know what's going on anymore.
PPV.
Thiago Santos takes on Kevin Holland. Pauliana Viana takes on JJ Aldrich. Cub Swanson goes up against Renato Moisiano. And Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson goes up against Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
Cejudo's got him this time.
No, he doesn't.
No way.
Demetrius
I
Johnson
don't
has
believe
also
either,
said that he believes after he clears out the division yet again, he plans to go to Bellator, take that belt, go to Rizin, take that belt, and then retire.
Might as well.
Is he still going to do the heavyweight fight?
No.
Oh.
On somebody's shoulders.
Chicken fat!
And then we have the rematch of TJ Dillashaw taking on Cody Garbrandt.
Who do you got in that fight?
I don't know.
I'm
really
gonna
don't,
go
man.
from the kid out of the hills. I'm going Dillashaw.
It's hard. It's hard because Cody had him rocked in their first fight.
Oh yeah.
Had him dead to rights.
Did you see all? Did you see Cody's all his ninja tweets?
Yeah, all his
Ninja this, ninja that.
No.
those are from 2005. and he
Ninja,
says-
please.
I know.
He also says, "Hey, excuse me, I grew up with black people. It's okay. I listen to a lot of rap music. I use the A, not the R. It's okay. I get a pass."
He gets a pass?
That's what he said.
This is what Cody
One
Garbrandt
little,
said.
two
This
little,
Cody
three little
Garbrandt.
ninja, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little ninja.
I forgot all about that song, man.
I got a 3-year-old. Sorry.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah,
That's it?
Buy a shirt.
Buy a shirt and
Buy that shirt.
this shirt right here.
Buy all the
I wonder,
shirts.
now that she's on the UFC show constantly, I wonder if we can talk her into wearing it on there. They won't let her.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Reebok only, sir.
So there you go. There you have it. You can check out the UFC going down this weekend. Make sure you check out our website for shirts, which is shirtsickle.com/SDMMA. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at SD_MMA. On Facebook, Split Decision MMA
Another
Podcast.
penis on Twitter.
Yeah. Then our website, splitdecisionmma.com. And I think that's it. Is that it? Big thanks
Hey,
to our
look, it's a
sponsors.
puppet show. You can't even see. You can't even see McGregor's lips move when Dana talks.
Look at that. That's the biggest dick I've ever seen on Twitter.
Which one?
It's the one on the right.
All right.
That's such a fucked up picture, dude. I'd be so bummed out.
What are you smuggling, wiener?
Vienna sausage. Thanks. Check out our sponsors, of course, Dependable Solutions. Innovate your business. Change the way you take credit cards. If you take credit cards right now, they could save you up to 60%. If you don't take credit cards, it's a great way to get yourself paid. Dependable Solutions, as well as Strong Board Balance. Get on board. Change the way you work out. StrongBoardBalance.com. Dodges on one
So
again.
wait a second. What's he saying right there? He's saying we'll see if I'll even fight.
Yeah. They're outside talking to him outside the press conference right now, and he says, "We'll see it in a bit if I'm even fighting shit. They better start acting right. They even brought me to this press conference late." That's
They brought him in late.
That's his
That's what he
excuse.
says.
I believe everything Nate says. All the time. 100%.
100%.
100, just like he always tags.
Make sure you tune in anywhere podcasts are broadcast. You can find us on, I don't know where we put our podcast.
Oh, just now Rich Treyas gets on board. Where the fuck you been, Rich?
We
He's
needed
been making
you.
glass dildos.
We needed you.
He's been making glass dildos at the Gallo plant. I'm just saying. He was like, "We're making glass swords to fight later." Look like a giant dildo.
He's been trolling people looking for a fight. That's what he's been doing.
He's like sword fighting.
Yeah, that's what he said. We're gonna sword fight later with
I
these
bet.
with these glass swords we're making.
yeah.
It's a different kind of sword fighting.
Tummy sticks.
Tummy sticks, exactly. Thanks for listening. Have a good night. We'll see you at the fights.